Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. And no, I'm not surprised either. I know I'm just reading this tweet. Are you surprised? I'm not. See, all of a sudden, and I talked about a little bit about this when I was talking about the video about Mayor Lightfoot announcing that black people are getting the most, are being hit the hardest with this COVID-19 in her city or in the nation. Because here's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put a black face on this COVID-19 because it's been the other communities that have been hit. Like they called it the Chinese virus because they were putting an Asian face on it because that's where it started. It started in Asia, the COVID-19. So they were losing that model minority status, and rightfully so. But now all of a sudden they want to make sure that this virus is hitting black people, and here's some number of reasons. Number one, for the past couple of weeks since this virus first started, yes, it was hitting black people. Yes, it's killed black people, but we're not the highest number. All right. And see, look right here. Asians now are 6% that have been hit with the virus. Well, no, actually, this is population, but this is who's getting the percentage. All of a sudden, they have the least population, the least to be hit with the virus, when y'all were the ones that were blaming this community, the Asian, for the virus because it started in China, but all of a sudden they have the least and black people have the most. What kind of retarded sense does that make? That makes no sense. Nah, like I said before, they're trying to put a black face. The lamestream media is trying to put a black face to this, and that's and because black people have not been affected too much by the virus, and I still don't think black people have been affected by the virus. Yes, we're getting it, but no, we are not the biggest case. Look for examples right here. This is California. Did you know that the state of California was trying to hide and deny or limit the racial breakdown of the virus, but eventually they got corrected, and now they have no choice but to put the numbers. This is California. 37% of the COVID-19 is white people. 30 Latinos. And also want you to know that Latinos is the highest population in the state of California. Asian 14%, black people 6%, so we are among the least. Multiracial 2.5, that's people who are different races. Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islanders 1 point. Native American Indians, Native Americans, and another group probably Muslims or any other unidentified racial or ethnicities is at 9%. But we are not that high when it comes to this virus. Just look at here. This is deaths. This is people who are being affected, patients, but this is the deaths. 16, and remember, they blame Asians. But white people, they made up 40. This is California. 43% of the deaths. 29% Latino. 16% Asian. 3% black. 2% multiracial. Native Hawaiian 1%. And I bet you we are lower and they are higher. The white people are higher and we are lower. I just believe that. So even if we're not in last place, we're not the highest place. Now here's one. Yeah, this is just some census of other people, percentage about the population evolving with those being hit by the virus. Either way, we're almost near last place or at least maybe in a lower place, we are not dying that high. And this is just the city of LA. Now, this is just the city of LA. Latino 28, 27 white, Asian 19, 17 black, everyone else together is 9%. So, even though it's a little bit higher when it's just the city of LA, we don't make up the most deaths. And we know, the Northeast, areas like Vermont, Maine, Iowa, where black people don't live. Not a lot of us is dying there. So no way that we're nationwide that black people are the highest to die from this COVID-19. Now there's something else I want to show you. Another thing is, doctors are even saying that we're not even being tested. So how did they know that the cause of death was COVID-19? It could have been the freaking flu. It could have been pneumonia. It could have been that we had a heart attack. So how could it have been us that is dying from COVID-19? No, they just want to add us to the list. Matter of fact, here's a video from Twitter, but the woman posted it on TikTok, and brother Tyrone X, shout out to him, just happened to tweet it on Twitter of a woman that posted what happened to her on TikTok, that she was not tested, yet she was told that she had the diagnosis, but she wasn't tested for it, meaning there was no evidence. And like I said, these data charts that are saying that black people are dying the most, don't believe them, because it's not that's not the full data. But here's what's happened with this woman. Oh, we're gonna play this video.
Had it, bro. He didn't test me, bro. He told me I fucking had it, bro. He told me I fucking had it, bro. Come on now. Look at what my temperature was. I didn't even have a temperature when I went in that bitch. Come on now.
I thought the symptoms was high fever. Not anywhere in the 90s. That's actually normal fever. No, high fever is when you're above 100. That's what the symptoms of coronavirus. She's in the 90s, maybe high 90s, but usually that's considered normal. And usually that is still not high enough to be dealing with some kind of serious virus like COVID-19 or the flu or whatsoever. So that's still too kind of low of a fever to be indicating that you got some kind of serious illness, that the symptoms is a high fever.
But because I told him I can't taste and smell, he know I got it. Oh, well, that's the number one symptom that's been going around lately.
I didn't know bad tasting or not being able to taste is a system, but I know there's other viruses where a high fever, cough, sneezing, having no taste, those could be symptoms of another issue, because they're, so how do they know it's COVID-19? Where's her lab? Did she even get her lab data? They didn't even, like she said, she didn't even get tested. But why you're adding her on the list of COVID-19 to get quarantined? You didn't even test her. You didn't give her a diagnosis. You just guessed. That's called guess. Doctors should not be guessing what people might have. You still got to do proper medical procedures, even if it was just a daily checkup, an appointment, or getting your blood drawn. You have to make sure you're doing daily, accurate testing. Otherwise, you could cost this person someone's life, or you may end up her having to take something, and that could cost her. Because it could have been something else, and then she'll need treatment for something else, not for something that she doesn't have, and that could be also dangerous too. These white supremacists. Yeah. remember, oh, sorry. Also, remember, this is the chart of those who are dying from the virus. Now remember, look, this is Europe. They're being gobbled up. Gobbled up in Europe. This is North America. This country is being gobbled up. But notice Caribbean, notice South America, notice Africa is not being gobbled up. They have cases. Some of them are foreigners or those who are vacationing. They have cases, maybe from some natives, but some of them have recovered, and also they're not dying as much in Africa from the virus. Yet you had two idiotic scientists from France, racist France, that wanted to test a new possible vaccine on black people, in particular on the Africans, but you know, the black Africans. They're not going to go to South Africa and test it on the white Afrikaners. Nah, because they're not, but they're going to test it on the black native Africans. Also, look right here. Total cases confirmed. Look at all these countries. I don't see any of them that say African countries. A lot of these countries, okay, maybe South Africa, or Egypt. Yeah, the highest cases in Africa are from South Africa, Egypt, and Algeria, but not that many cases are elsewhere. Also, let's look at this. Also, right here. United States has the most cases. Italy has the most deaths. Spain, France, the United Kingdom, Iran, they're not far behind. Look at the Netherlands. Look at Switzerland. Look at Turkey. Look at, Iran is a Middle Eastern country, but look at Portugal. Look at Austria. Look at Russia, 76. Look at Sweden. Sweden's been hit. These are all European nations. Look at Ireland, 263. Norway, 108. Australia, Chile, India, Denmark, Poland, 100. But then let's go back here. Spain, Italy, Germany, France, United Kingdom, the United States, Canada. Now, I'm going to look at a few. And then I'm just looking at the deaths. These are the cases right here. This is the amount of people who has recovered, and this is the deaths. So yeah, you may have Egypt and South Africa. South Africa only has 18 people have died. America has 16,258. Italy, which is the highest, 18,279. Germany, 2,463. France, you know, the country that wanted to test the vaccines on Africans, 12,210. But South Africa only has 18 deaths, 45 recovery. 45 recovery. The reason why they have a less amount of recovery is because they have less amount of cases, because they were able to easily stop the spread. Let's go all the way further down. Cameroon only has 730 cases and only 10 people have died. Cuba, a Caribbean nation, only 15 people have died. Niger, an African nation, only 11 people have died. Only 6 people have died in Ghana. Only 6 people have died in Nigeria. Also, let's not forget, some of these cases are not natives. Some of these are tourists or people who are visiting on business trips that happen to case and happen to stay in those nations. Kenya only has 7 people out of 184 cases to have died from the virus. Congo's only had 18. Some of these countries you claim to be poor even though they're rich with resources. And then once they use those resources, these are a lot of the African and Caribbean nations that only have small cases and only a small sector of people died from the virus. Mali, Ethiopia, Uganda, Madagascar, Rwanda. Rwanda, 100 cases, 7 recovered, no deaths. Another African nation. This African nation has no deaths. Uganda has no deaths, maybe no recoveries, but only has 53 cases and no deaths. Congo only has 5 deaths. Bahamas only have 7 deaths and 40 cases and 5 recoveries. Zambia only has 1 death. Haiti, we all talk about how you want to claim Haiti is poor, but they only had 2 people die from the virus and only 30 people have been affected. And so far, their cases have not expanded. Meanwhile, here in the United States, the so-called one of the superpowers, the United States, we've had 457,035 cases and 16,252 people have died from it. Spain, a European nation, has 152,474 people die. 474 people had cases and 15,353 people have died. These are all European nations. This is Europe. Look at France. You know, the people that wanted to experiment on Africans, they have 112,950 people have cases and 12,210 people have died in their nation. United Kingdom, 65,077 cases, 7,978 people in the United Kingdom have died. These are European nations. Majority European, majority you know who, the majority vanilla creatures have died from this virus, not black people. And this is globally. Look at Belgium. You know, they did some horrible things in Africa. But now they have, and the Congo, Belgium did horrible, evil things in the Congo. But yet, let's go back, see if I can find the Congo. Congo. Yes, Congo. 880 cases, 18 deaths, 900. We're not going to count the recoveries, but 18 people in the Congo have died. Let's look at how many people in Belgium died. Belgium, who King Leopold II hurt people in Congo, slaughtered people in Congo. Yet the country of Belgium, who terrorized Congo, Belgium has 24,983 cases, and the amount of people who have died from the virus is 2,523 people have died. But back to the story about people saying that black people are dying the most from this virus. That's a bunch of BS. And these numbers internationally, if you were to say all that in an international cases, that will be considered BS. Because if all these nations are dying, and the continent hit the hardest is Europe, the individual country hit the hardest is the United States, and the continent and countries that are hit the least is Africa. And the country that started the virus is China. Black people not getting tested. Yeah. COVID virus is disproportionately affecting black Americans, and yeah, right. Half of the black community is not even being tested for the virus, but they want to say that that's the cause of COVID-19. How many people blacks died from COVID-19? small number. I could tell you whatever number it is. It's a very, very, if they tell the truth, it's a very, very small number. But, yeah, so be careful. I mean, yes, make sure you stay healthy. Make sure you stay safe. Social distance, be careful. Make sure you stay safe. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you take care of your bodies. Sorry about that. No, I don't have COVID-19. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about before I end this video. Now, let's say if black people are heavily getting this virus, what if I'm telling you that maybe one of the few reasons why is because white supremacists are trying to affect as many black people with the virus? You heard that there was cases where you heard stories of white supremacists threatening to spread this virus on black people. And then, of course, you have racist cops who've got sick and now want to spread the virus onto black people because they're racist and some of them are affiliated with white supremacist groups. Now, you had this racist cop in Baltimore just coughing, and people are calling him out, and he's just coughing, walking around in a black neighborhood, like he's intentionally want black people to be infected because he's probably a racist. Because you know how racist that Baltimore police station is. That police station. That was the same police force that killed Freddie Gray. Yeah, I think that's who it was. Yeah. This racist, sick man wearing that badge. You remember coming from a position that started from the slave patrol, just coughing around black people and stuff like that, trying to see if he could be affected with the COVID virus. And notice the lamestream media is not talking about it, even though there's this article from TMZ. Cop appears to cop on citizen as intentionally responds to heckling. Yeah, that this guy is racist and disgusting. But yeah, like I said, to all who are watching this video, share this video. Make sure y'all be careful. Yeah, be careful. Take care of yourselves and watch your surroundings. And make sure you clean up. Make sure you get disinfected hand sanitizer. Wash your hands and watch out for people who are maybe sick. If you get sick, if it's necessary, do go get checked out. But only if it's necessary. Be careful. Because I'm also hearing stories that they go to the hospital and then all of a sudden they affected because they believe some of the racist doctors is purposely affecting black people with the vaccine. So only go to the hospital when you really need to. Just because you cough doesn't mean you have it, and especially if that cough just goes away and it's not a result of COVID-19. Only go to be careful what hospital you go to, and only go when you really, 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 really need to go. But I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. They're trying to put a black face into this corporate, and we're not going to let them. That's why we have new black media, because we know the lamestream media is going to lie. So share this video. I want everyone to really share this video. Hit that like button. Share it with other content creators. If y'all are content creators, I want y'all to do your own video on this situation about why they're purposely trying to put a black face on this virus. Yeah, hit that like button. Subscribe if you yeah, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that notification bell. This is J-Dog. Also, make sure to catch me on the different sites, whether it be YouTube, Black Junction. I'll leave links to those accounts as well. YouTube, Black Junction, Black Sheriff TV, regardless of where you're watching this video. But that's all I have to say for now. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.